What I'd like to show you how to do now is how to connect one square to the next. I finished my second round of crochet, and now what I'm going to do is go ahead and square that off just as I did before. So I've done my chain one, a single crochet back into that same stitch. Now I'm going to work over into my corner. All right, so I found the top of my second of 3 double crochets into one stitch from the round below. And now what I'm going to do is work modularly by connecting this circle to that square. Remember those chain twos that we make? Go ahead and find one of those chain twos and stick your hook in from the top to the bottom. So it looks something like this. Your yarn anchored, go ahead and grab that with your hook and pull it through the chain two of this square and the loop that was on your hook as you were working across your circle. Work one more chain. Then put your hook back into that same stitch, the top of the double crochet, the middle double crochet of the set of 3, and work a single crochet. Now you're going to work 6 single crochets over into the middle double crochet from the round below. You can check yourself if you need to. I want to be here in that middle stitch. Now what we're going to do is take this corner and hook it to that one. So as before, from the top of your square to the bottom, go ahead and insert your hook through the 2 chain space that you made. Grab your yarn, pull it through the chain spaces from this square and right through the loop that was on your hook. Work one more chain and go back into that same stitch and work a single crochet. Now for this square, we're going to go ahead and finish that off just as we did the other one. Okay, so get to your middle, work your chain 2, back into the same space, 6 single crochets across. All right, here we are in that middle of 3 double crochets, work a chain 2, go back into that stitch, work a single crochet, another single crochet, and then close off your square by working that slip stitch into that first stitch. All right, pull that taut, and what you have here are 2 squares that are attached. Now let's talk about how to attach a third. All right, I just happen to have a third circle ready to go to attach to these first 2 squares. I've done my first 2 rounds. I've started the squaring off process. I've worked to a corner. Now what I want to do is attach the corner of this circle that I'm creating to the corner of this square I've already made. So again, I'm going to put my hook through the chain 2 space from the top of the square to the bottom, grab my yarn, pull that right through, grab it and pull that right through again, creating another 2 chain space. Put your hook back into the same spot and work a single crochet. Now we're going to go ahead and work across to the middle of those 3 double crochets that we worked into one stitch from the row below. All right, here I am. I'm going to go ahead and rotate my work and find the next corner. Now, what I want to show you here is it was this square that we worked into first, and you can see the difference here. I want to go back into that same space as when I hooked this second square to the first. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put my hook right back in there, top to bottom, anchor my yarn, and pull my yarn right through that chain 2 space and the loop that was on my hook. Chain 1 more and go back into the same stitch that I was working in before to close that off. All right, now just go ahead and work around squaring off this circle as you did the others, and then I'll show you how to attach a 4th square. Okay, I'm ready to attach my 4th circle to my set of 3 squares. I've worked my first round, my second round, I've begun my third round, and I've worked my way across to the first corner that I want to create on that circle. I'm going to attach this corner in progress to this corner of the square I've already created. So I'm going to turn my work and go ahead and insert my hook into that chain 2 space that I created from top to bottom. Grab my hook, pull that right through, chain 1 more, and work a single crochet into that same stitch. I'm going to work 6 single crochets to my next corner to be. There's 4, 5, and 6. And now what I want to do is show you, see this corner right here? This was our original, this was our first. I kind of think of that corner as being our holder for all of the subsequent squares that we're going to attach to it. And you want them all to go into the same one. Don't put it into this chain 2 space. Go ahead and put it into that guy. So from top to bottom, once again, go ahead and throw your hook right through there. Grab your yarn, pull it through like that. Work 1 more chain 1. A single crochet back into that same stitch from the row below, and 6 single crochets to the next corner that you want to make. There's 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, now we want to attach that next corner here from this square. So go ahead and grab that, find your chain 2 space, hook from the top to the bottom, grab your yarn, pull it right through, chain 1, single crochet, 6 single crochets over to that last corner, okay, here we are, work 2 chains and a single crochet back into that same stitch, 1 more single crochet, a slip stitch into the first single crochet from when you got started, right through, pull your yarn through 1 more time and give it a trim. Now what I'll just mention to you is, as you can see, one of the things I like the very best about this project is that there's no sewing together of those squares once you've made them. You can connect them as you go. So as you make your next square, you can decide where you'd like to attach it. Do you want to go into this one or any of the others that are available to you? It opens itself up to so many possibilities in terms of using leftovers or minis or creating patterns. And yes, you have ends to sew in, which can be a little time consuming, but what I do love is the liberating feeling of connecting as you go and working modularly. All right, I hope this helps, guys.